Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Gina once again. Number 6. I'm bringing you number 6 of the 365 somethings for this year, 2023. This time I'm using mixed media board. It's the first time I'm trying it. It's so nice. I love it's just nice and firm, and I didn't even want to use it. I really love paper products. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Anyway, so I'm using acrylic paint. And I just mixed up some glue there with just water and glue. I didn't measure, as you saw. I just, I always eyeball things, so I have no clue, how much, like 3 parts to 2 parts or 3. I don't know. So I was actually at a loss for what to do, but I know that I wanted to use my gel sticks because they're just yummy and they glide on the surface and they're just really delicious. Honestly, I think I need to try to use them more. I think I've said this before as well. However, I'm really going to make an effort because they're really nice, So I'm going to look at more videos as well to see how other people use them for inspiration and guidance. Anyways, so I am adding water to them, just plain old regular water, just to spread them and, so it wouldn't just be the gel sticks on the surface. I did not have a plan, which is mostly usual, but I did know that I wanted to use bright colors today. I was feeling for something bright and juicy and yummy, and that was and I knew I wanted to use the gel sticks. So I'm doing that, and at each stage I'm thinking, okay, after I do this, what can I do next? Yep, that's how my brain processes things sometimes. A lot. Alright, so now I'm going to use my texture base, and these are some paper stencils that I cut out myself. I have already used them. As you can see, there's paint on them, but I think this is the first time I'm using it with the texture base. So I thought, I felt like this board was too flat. I don't know why. What's the difference between the mixed media board and paper? I don't know, but it just felt really flat, and I wanted some other stuff happening. When you pass your hand, you feel all the bumps and creases and texture, yumminess. So I'm doing that, and then I'll see what I feel like from after that. Right, so after I did this, I used food coloring, the pink mix. I mixed it with regular water, and I put it in a spritz bottle, and I just added some color to those bits of texture paste that I just put on the board. Now I'm coming in with another paper stencil that I cut out, and I'm thinking I want to use them with my drywall tape, which I just love. I need to use it more because there's a lot. Or I could just continue how I'm going and it'll just last a really, really long time. But anyway, so I'm just trying to place these to see, which way I like it, how it looks. And I'm just gonna fiddle around there. At this point, I'm trying to decide how I'm going to put the stencil on without messing up the rest of my surface. And I wanted to get some texture under, well, on one of the figures, but not the other one. So I'm just, right, so here's where I decided to use the same texture piece just to carry it, continue it onto the surface. And instead of trying to put it underneath, I just put it on top. And now I have to figure out a way to protect the rest of my surface, because I decided to use spray paint, regular household spray paint. Regular, nothing fancy about it. It's just whatever, the cheapest one I could find, that's what I bought, and that's what I'm going to use. So I'm just covering my surface so I could do some spraying. So of course, you know, I had to be a little extra, and I just decided to do some random spraying. And oh my gosh, I was so excited, you wouldn't believe. It's like the perfect print ever. I loved how it looked. It's so cool. So then after I looked at it, I realized that I did not stick down my what do you call that, the drywall tape yet. So I'm doing that now with the same glue mixture that I mixed previously. And I'm just really excited about these two men, these two figures. They're so cool. Okay. So exciting. And not only that, but I also need to help that stand out, because you can't really see the drywall tape, because the surface is so light, and then the drywall tape is white. So now I'm going to add some color to it so we could actually see it. So I'm just using my Stabilo All pencil. I'm just gently, I don't want to say scraping, but coloring the surface of the drywall tape. And now I'm also adding some, because I wanted these men, I mean, as cool as they look, they still needed to pop. I wanted them to pop a little more. I wanted them to pop. So I'm just giving them half of an outline with the same Stabilo All, and then I'm going to add some water to activate it and help give them a little shadow, but just on one side. So there's my water. So I'm activating the Stabilo All on the drywall tape first. And I was like, yes, this is what we want. This is awesome. I was so excited. And then I'm going to do it on to add some shadow to the men. I felt this wasn't enough, so I just gave it a little spritz so it could run a bit. And yeah, I like that. I didn't want it running all the way down, so I just wiped up, sapped up, mopped up all the extra water there. And now I'm going to do the shadow for the guys. And when I looked at the surface, I felt that it was just really boring. It was still missing something. So I'm just using the same Stabilo All pencil, and I'm adding some curves and some circles. And now I'm using water, regular plain water once again, to just activate those marks and spread them out, so that, you know, just to give a little more interest to the surface of my creation. I also felt that I wasn't seeing those the texture piece. Where I put the texture piece, I wasn't seeing it. It wasn't popping. So I'm just using acrylic paint, a really awesome, fantastic pink. I think it's neon. And I'm just gently brushing some of it over those parts where I have the texture piece, as well as over some of the area of the drywall tape, you know, to help it connect. Yeah, so it'll look like one piece. Yeah, I wanted today's piece to be fun, very fun and bright and cherry and, you know, happy. Here I'm trying to cover the man, and oh, this is ridiculous. I was trying not to rip the card, but I did eventually. I was like, oh my gosh, Gina, just rip it. Yeah. So I'm putting some lovely pink splatters. It's so sweet. And then I'm going to add some black splatters and splashes. Those are more than splatters. To that, to help that pop as well. See, look at that. It's a big splash. Anyways. So yeah. So I dried it, and then I moved my cards to see how they look, and I love it. It still felt unfinished, so I decided to give it a black border, and I'm just dragging my brush along the edge which has acrylic paint on it, and that's basically it for my piece today, which is pretty cool. Well, I like it. Wanted a happy bright piece. So as always, thank you so much for watching, for commenting, for sharing in my process, and I hope it encourages you, and I would love to hear from you, your thoughts on this one, because, you know, it's kind of different for me. So let me know what you think. As always, I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.